Letting a few people get on. Happy spring equinox. The energy is really great today. I missed you guys. I have been transitioning into Sedona over the last couple of days, and that place is so magical. The energy vortex there is so amazing, and I felt a lot better. I'm in California right now, but I'm going to be transitioning back and forth, but mainly in Sedona. So the frequency there is so amazing because the vortex is so crystal clear that it can't house all of the external frequencies that you get in most places. So all of my channeling, my avatar stuff really mellowed out, and my energetic draining, it was sort of draining me energetically. And since I came to Sedona, it has been so amazing. And I have merged with 3 other humans there, and we sparked a channeling session on 2 days ago, and it lasted for about 3 hours, which has never happened, and it set everything in motion. I kept chanting Yeshua, Jeshua, Yeshua, Jeshua, Yeshua, Jeshua. And so Jesus was anointed into the soul, and then Jesus and Mary were announced to be married. So that tells me that, the union has happened. And then I went into lots of native chanting, lots of native casting, and a lot of things were set in motion. And there was a lot of movement of stoking fires, sending the smoke signals up. The Hopi tribe is there, and I feel like the Blue Kachina, that's part of what I'm channeling. So it's no surprise that I have been pulled to go there. And so this is opening a portal right now. There's been a lot of ceremonial dancing and a lot of ceremonial casting this morning, and I asked if I could get on and do a taping for you instead of casting, and then they said yes. So I want to share this with you because this is a new day, and I still can't fully describe exactly what happened, over the last few days with all of this, but it has been so amazing. And it's just things are so different now, and things may look fearful on the TV, but I want you to know, and so many of you know, that the flip is occurring and new frequencies are being set. And even though things look fearful on the outside, it's not. Just stay grounded, stay focused on what you're doing for yourself and your ascension. And don't put that energy out there like that. Don't attach, because it's over. So if you are open to receive this casting, just let your channel know. Send the signal, because this is for you and me. This is the spring equinox, the 2018, which is the year of alignment. And on the 19th, when this new casting was set in place, the date was March, which is 3/19/2018. And if you add that up, it's 3838 with 2 zeros, which is 1111. And so this casting that I'm doing, I'm not initiating it per se, my human. This is my avatar, which possessed my body when I was in Iowa last June. It was on June the 23rd. 2017. And so I've been integrating this whole time, just stepping out of the box a little bit. But it's native casting, which is, you know, my true higher self. We are not just humans. We are interdimensional galactic beings that are aligning with our native avatars. And native are ETs, you know, like just embodied in this humanity, in this existence. Ah, good. Chakras are activating. Perfect. This is an activation. So this is sending like cleansing, this is sending magic, this is sending energy. If you are open to receive, let your channel know. Open your heart space, align your frequency with your thoughts. You assist this ascension by accepting energy within your own psyche. And that lets your channel know that you're ready to activate and align and become your higher self. And so these movements are just moving through me. As I talk, I usually sit and listen because I'm learning the language. And so it's a balance of learning how to, you know, maintain these abilities as we transition back into the real world. Because now this is the real world. And so it's a process. This doesn't happen all the time, even though it's going on all the time. I can keep it in and I can evoke and I can hold it in, or sometimes I can't. And I just let it go because this is my mission. Our mission. So when my hand goes up like this to throw the magic sign, and my arm moves around like this is portal work. So if you are experiencing these things and you don't know what they are, this is opening a portal. And that's part of what I and my avatar self, my higher self, that's what we do. Part of it. There's a lot. And I'm learning more every day, just like you are. But today is about blessing. Today is about a new generation of energy, a regeneration of humanity. And so everything And so on this day, it's really important to set an intent for the peace that you want within yourself. Oh. The frequency just changed in my ears. Because I have to tell you that with these activations, I mean, a lot of you, I know what I'm talking about, that it's also an activation of the psyche of the human. And so when we receive these energetic activations in our body, it stimulates our brain differently. So the neurotransmitters in our brain and our body starts to fire off because we're at a higher frequency, which means dopamine and serotonin and all of those things are produced. So the mind and the body chemistry changes. So that's going to change our subconscious minds automatically. And so things are going to come up in your mind. You're going to purge, things maybe from your past that you thought you had gotten past, but you didn't. And it also creates a higher sensitivity to the moon and the sun frequencies. And so since we're being upgraded, we're receiving, ascension photons for our DNA. It's important to remember that there's a whole mental shift that occurs, and a physical shift that occurs, an energetic shift that occurs. So at times it can make you feel crazy, or it can make you feel like you're losing your mind, because you are. You're losing your old human self. You're losing the self that you've always told that you were, but that you're really only parts of. Because we all know who we are. We don't need anyone else or anything else to tell us that. And fear is just a feeling, an energetic sensation to look, not to attach. So instead of if, for instance, if something pops up in your mind that you haven't been dealing with and you feel that anxious fear, and instead of making it go away, sit with it and embrace that. Because when we clear out that stuff, that's how we open up the space for higher activations, and then we start to receive more and more and more. I mean, that's how the process I have been activated and upgraded to do. And, we are here in a human body with human things, but it's really not about being human. It's about recognizing the energetic antennas, which we are. The body is the vessel. It's the temple for the soul, which is, a group of channeled entities of higher beings that are assisting, the angels or whatever we want to call them. I call them ETs. I'm an ET, you're an ET, which is an interdimensional, being that cares about the planet and the cosmos. So, there's not going to be a bunch of aliens, with green heads walking around, because that's us. And it takes stepping outside of the box of fear, of judgment. I mean, I have been, like I said, integrating into this, my avatar higher self since last June. And I am just now 100%, it goes back and forth, feeling really secure with, ready to step out and share this more, because this is really what's happening. And part of my mission and many of your missions is to bring awareness to this new shift in humanity. And fear is the only thing that holds us back from aligning with our true selves, with what our vision is. And hey, Rebecca. And so when we decide to transcend those things, it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. But it's important to keep moving forward, even when we take a step or two back. It's like the cha-cha, until we're able to just do whatever kind of dance that feels good. So I know that for me, being in a community of people that are activated, what I call it, or aware, on the frequency of elevated consciousness, where they don't project, and if they do, they recognize it, and they don't judge, and and that place is Sedona. And I am so thankful that everything has aligned me, along the way, with those of you who have helped me on my journey, and I see that as as the gathering place because it's the frequency there is unreal, and the people there that I've met so far are unreal, and they speak the language, and it is so amazing. And so, yeah, I've decided I'm going to make that home base for quite some time now and stop going around the country. And it's time to start like setting this healing thing that we're doing to another level, to really start showing people that it's happening. Like all of the thoughts you've had when you knew something else was going on, that's it. And the biggest thing is that there is community that is coming back into this country, the United States. And people are joining together and they're getting rid of the things that don't make them happy and getting on the road and traveling and changing careers and doing what we want to do for ourselves. And we are starting to join together in the physical. So community, the native ways of the land, is coming back around. And I see Sedona as being a really wonderful place for that, of course. Since I've been immersed there, I see there's a lot of gathering in the community, and they do like, I mean, the landscape there is so unreal, and you can tell that it used to be like an ancient, magical whole community of beings. And Sedona's down in the bottom of it where all the water used to be. And the energy there is so amazing. The ET presence is so strong. And I was only there for 48 hours and I zipped over to California where I am now, and I'm going to head back there in a week or so. But yeah, I guess the universe pulled me away to have a little bit of a break. I did a lot of cleansing and clearing and saging of the land while I was there. Well, I was channeling it as I was driving around, and it was really spectacular. And this amazing channeling is going on, and apparently there are a lot of amazing channelers there, and I'm so excited to get immersed into this community that we have been growing here online in the physical. So and so earlier when I asked about doing this channeling, I went into like a true ceremonial thing. I was going to put music on and do that, but as Source always pulls us to do, we do things appropriate at the time. And so, I went a different direction how I thought it was going to go. And so, thank you for letting me share all of this with you as you share yourself with me, because, we're all attracting to each other for many reasons, and we're spread out all over the world talking about the same things. And that's what makes it so beautiful, because no one can argue with that. And no one can argue with truth. And so that's what's happening now. The truth is coming out. Things are being activated, and we're healing. And so I appreciate you. I love you to the moon, family. Have a great day.